Welcome to the first episode of the Film Freeze podcast. I'm your host, Bo.
And I'm Henry. In today's episode, we'll be talking about some of the most liked and disliked Easter eggs in films, and also some of my favourite and least favourite films.
I think we will. And we'll also have Harvey, our VT, going around Watford College to kind of get around...
Have a little boogie.
Have a little boogie.
Yeah.
Right. To start us off, we have The Simpsons Theory. A lot of you may have heard of it, some of you may not. The Simpsons Theory is basically, it's a theory created by a lot of fans that The Simpsons can predict the future.
Yeah. I have heard of that. They have predicted some things like Game of Thrones, the whole ending of the whole 9 seasons. It was just... I saw that because obviously the last episode of Game of Thrones, when Daenerys Targaryen flies over Westeros and just burns it all to crisp. I think you know what happened there. It was sneak peeked by The Simpsons when a dragon came and wiped out the whole of Springfield.
Yeah,
which think
is what in the end happened to Westeros.
A little tease. Yeah.
Although, do you think that just Game of Thrones copied The Simpsons?
I don't think they would have copied it because as we know as film students, you have to plan out everything before you make it. So they'd obviously had a solid plan, but maybe The Simpsons heard about that plan. They had contacts or you know, and it got leaked just to them obviously, and they just thought, why not? Let's just abuse our power. Yeah.
I mean, another one was obviously COVID-19.
Yeah.
The big coronavirus. In the episode of that Simpsons one, they release a pandemic of sorts that is very similar to COVID, and
uncurable.
And it's uncurable, and it got fans kind of questioning if The Simpsons could predict the future, or they were time travelers, which is a big one.
Yeah, I have heard that time traveling thing, and I'm not too keen on it myself. I'm not too sure that, Simpsons are time travelers. Like, I'm sorry, but if you were a time traveller, the last thing you would do is make The Simpsons.
Do you think that because, they've made thousands of episodes, it's just now circumstantial?
I think so. I think that that now they've made thousands of episodes over years, back before the 2000s, they were making episodes, and it's just bound to happen that because of the amount of episodes, they're just going to come across something that will eventually happen.
Yeah, exactly. But sometimes circumstance is not only circumstance, but sometimes it is proven fact.
Yeah.
I mean, the Trump on the stairs, another one, 9/11. I mean, it's really looking like they could time travel.
It kind of is a bit scary. But with the next subject, which is obviously Christian Bale.
Of course.
I think he's such an incredible actor, not only as an actor, just as a method actor.
Oh, he's incredible.
I was watching American Psycho during the week, directed by Mary Harron, and
Amazing director.
it really made me look at him, as just the pure talent that he is. He went from 120 pounds and lost 62 pounds within a matter of months for the role of the machinist. In fact, I think he went down to something around 72 pounds, maybe even it was 62 pounds he went down to. I might be getting my facts wrong, but it's just incredible how this Oscar-winning actor, can just physically just change his whole genetic structure. It is what it looks like.
It's honestly absolutely insane. He actually won a Guinness World Record for doing that feat because he ate one apple, I believe it was, and one can of tuna a day to get to that weight.
Oh my!
But it is honestly insane. It's not that only he's a method actor, but it's almost like he becomes the character.
He does.
He is the character.
And I heard that in Batman, Heath Ledger actually locked himself in a hotel room for months, and he would have people deliver simply just to get to the role. But obviously, he wouldn't do anything so extreme, or maybe he would. He just hasn't gotten there yet. But from Batman Begins, he went to £122, and then down to £190 because he actually got too buff. Just too buff. Imagine that, Batman too rich. Like, you know, that just doesn't happen.
Imagine he gets called into the office and they're like, yeah, you're too buff.
You're too sexy. You know, just tone it down.
You need to turn it down a bit.
There might be a few female legs starting to look like they're dribbling, and you know.
But yeah, that was Christian Bale. Like I said, it's not only an actor he is, but he plays the character, and it's just amazing to see just how articulate this man is.
Yeah, he is an incredible actor. Incredible.
He is indeed. But now,
I think I'm getting a little buzz in my little minion in my ear that Harvey is on the phone. Harvey? Hello? Ah, hello. Okay, bye.
Now we commence Harvey's VT.
Hello and welcome to Film Theories podcast, and today we are outside West Herts College, Watford, beautiful place, and we will be going around asking students on their opinions on films.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna ask, do you watch films?
I do.
Yeah. What sort of films do you watch?
I like a lot of the classics, like Taxi Driver, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you don't mind me asking, do you know much about the recent releases?
I know about, like, you know, everyone's buzzing about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
House of Gucci, apparently that's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of them yourself?
I haven't. I mean, I don't really want to see Spider-Man, to be honest.
So I mean, you can't have any sort of opinion on it, then, can you?
I'm just kind of saying.
So why you going off? You're basing off opinions?
Yeah, I mean.
Right, I think that's a wrap. Did you watch films yourself?
I haven't watched film in about a year, but...
Well, that's a great start. So, what films a year ago did you watch?
I've watched Die Hard.
Die Hard, yeah. Anything else?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that's a long-ass film, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
it is.
But it's a great film, great
Yeah, no, it
production.
is. Fantastic.
Okay, well, we've hit a bit of a wall here, considering he doesn't watch films. You a Spider-Man fan at all?
I've watched old Spider-Man, so like
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire, but
Okay.
not really.
Not the Andrew Garfield ones?
No, unfortunately.
And none of the Tom Holland ones either?
No.
All right, well, yeah, well, this is going to be quite a short interview, because, so tell me, what sort of genres do you like?
I quite like action films.
Yeah, what sort of action films?
Name
Name a few that you've watched.
Star Wars.
Star Wars,
Don't
yeah.
mind them.
Okay, I wouldn't really call that an action, but it's all right, we'll move.
Superheroes like the
Superheroes,
Avengers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that goes on to my next question about recent releases.
Yeah.
So have you watched the most recent Spider-Man?
I haven't actually.
Why has no one watched this new Spider-Man? I swear, everyone's hyping about it and no one's bloody watched it.
I want to, but I haven't.
Yeah, you know what? That's a lot of people say, yeah, I'll watch it, I'll go see it.
And the last theory that I just wanted to talk about with you was the Pixar theory.
That it's all in the same universe.
Yeah, so basically, this Pixar theory was actually developed by fans as well after they noticed in a couple of their films,
I
like
know where
Toy
you're going
Story,
with this, yeah.
that they noticed like so many other characters, like I believe Nemo, just so many characters that we then see in their later films.
It is pretty cool that I think they had a Cars poster in a Toy Story in a Toy Story film, which I think is just, and that came out about 20 years after Toy Story or something. It was just such a big difference, and I just think that's incredible how they knew they were going to make a movie called Cars with that Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
I wonder how long that was actually being animated for, because Toy Story took like months to be rendered, and it was. And actually, you told me this a little while ago. They actually deleted the whole of Toy Story.
They did. They accidentally deleted the entire file of Toy Story.
Yeah.
And lucky enough, someone who was on maternity leave, they had one of the files.
Because they just wanted to see what it looked like.
Well, yeah. They just had one of those files, and like imagine that's millions of budget in an animation that would have changed the world, and it just vanished.
And someone deleted it.
Yeah, and someone deleted it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
But-
luckily, obviously, Toy Story is around, and
Oh, yeah.
someone came and saved the day, which is hooray. You know? That's
Yeah.
all I have to say.
But back to the Pixar theory. Basically, what people have found out, and they've actually made like books about it and websites, is that it starts, I believe, around the Good Dinosaur era.
Yes.
So like the dinosaurs and all of that, then it gets wiped out by the asteroid, and then it goes into Brave, where we see the witch,
And is that where the magic starts coming in?
and that's where the magic starts coming in. That's where it makes Brave's mum a bear,
bear.
a talking bear.
A bear,
And
yeah.
that's where the magic gets integrated in the Pixar universe. And then so forth, the other movies, like Toy Story, toys can talk. Cars, I mean,
Cars are living.
cars are living. I mean,
Have you seen that? Have you seen that photo of what's behind the cars?
oh, it's
With
disgusting.
the eyes and the brain, and it's really disturbing.
But yeah, anyway, it goes all the way up to WALL-E, where obviously humans leave the planet because it's like uninhabitable anymore.
Good film, that.
It is a very good film. They come back, obviously. And then it goes all the way, I believe, to Monsters, Inc.
To Monsters, Inc.
I
Oh,
believe
yeah, of
that is
course.
the final film in the Pixar universe that is like, in like the highest timeline.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to think that they planned all of that like a good 20 years prior.
It's incredible. Maybe that's the only reason why they made Pixar.
Maybe.
You know.
But, well, are you going to send us off, Henry, for our first episode?
I think I am. I hope that, and I expect that Bo does as well. We hope that you have all enjoyed this show of the Film Theories podcast. Great name, that, not, but who cares? Yeah, we've had a very good time today. Thank you so much for watching. Have you got anything to say?
No, I believe that's all. Thank you for watching.
Thank
and
you very much.
Signing out.
Bye.